Hi everyone, it's Daniel here. Today I'll be ranking each series of Blackadder. So yeah, there's only 4 seasons to rank. And won't be including any of the specials, Blackadder the Cavalier Years, Blackadder's Christmas Carol, Blackadder Back and Forth. I won't be including 1982 pilot because they're all the individual episodes. I've watched the pilot. It was broadcasted for the first time ever on the Gold Channel. Really enjoyed it. It was odd seeing Philip Fox play Baldrick instead of Tony Robinson, but yeah. Coincidentally, he was also in another sitcom. Of course, it's my favourite sitcom, Watching. Yeah, he was in that show. In the first series, he played Sidney Clough, and coincidentally, Patsy Byrne played Malcolm's mother, Marjorie. So, cool coincidence. But yeah, we're talking about Blackadder today, of course, and by the way, this DVD box set, I would highly recommend it. The Blackadder Remastered, the Ultimate Edition. Love the artwork. If you're a fan of Blackadder and don't own this DVD box set, I highly recommend it. I've actually reviewed this. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And get a 60-minute documentary, you get interviews with the cast and crew, and you get the specials. So yeah, besides the 1982 pilot, very cool, love it. 6 discs, and watch my review if you want more details though. So yeah, there's only 4 seasons to rank, so not too shabby. And let's begin. So my number 4 is going to be the first series. So yeah, broadcasted in 1983. Yeah, this series was the only series to be written by both Richard Curtis and Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, they were still trying to find their ways. Instead of filming in a studio, they filmed on location in this massive castle. Blackadder was the dopey one instead of Baldrick. Baldrick was actually the clever one. You've got Percy, played by Tim McInerney, of course. You got Blackadder, Edmund's father, and also Harry's father, played by Brian Blessed. Absolutely fantastic. He steals the show, always getting Edmund's name wrong, and the comedy not quite there yet. You have all these random cast members just coming in out of nowhere, which kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, the simplicity of the later series when Ben Elton came into the writing, would definitely improve the show. My favourite episode is probably the Black Seal. Really enjoyed that one, and Mad Gerald, played by Rick Mell, who would later play Lord Flashheart. Of course, Rick Mell's a legend, and the Blackadder is the series I watched the least, but it's still charming, and it's just a great way to start off the series, and it'll just get better from there. So yeah, cool. So my number 3 is going to be the third series from 1987, which is Blackadder the Third. Blackadder's a butler this time round. Of course, you have Baldrick, who's in love with turnips, and you have Prince George, new character played by Hugh Laurie, who'd be a main cast member from the third series onwards. And really enjoyed Blackadder the Third, a lot more than the first series because Ben Elton's involved with the writing and all that. And so my favourite episode is probably Ink and Incapability, I think, because you have Samuel Johnson, played by the great late Robbie Coltrane, and the writer of the dictionary, and then Edmund has to rewrite it all before like a certain deadline, and it's just quite intense, quite a funny episode, and I love it. So yeah, I mean, Blackadder's just a charming show, and I really enjoyed the last episode where Edmund and George had to swap roles for the Duke of Wellington, played by Stephen Fry, which this time around he only appeared in that episode instead of playing Melcher. I really enjoyed Blackadder the Third, and it's just funny. I love the humour. It's classic Ben Elton, and Blackadder the Third is my third. Blackadder the Third is in third place and is my third favourite Blackadder season. So yeah, cool. However, my number 2 is going to be the series that came out before in 1986, and that is Blackadder 2. I mean, you've got Miranda Richardson as Queenie. I mean, come on. And Nancy, played by Bernard, played by Patsy Byrne. Absolutely fantastic cast choices there. Stephen Fry plays Melcher. We've got Percy, played by Tim McInerney. Lord Flashheart, Bob, or Kate. Various guest stars appearing, Gabby Glaister, Rick Mail, Tom Baker, aka Doctor Who. You got Hugh Laurie playing Ludwig. You have other cast members as well. Philip Pope appears in one of the episodes. I believe it's Money as the artist, and then Lee Corns and Mark Arden. And yeah, I absolutely enjoy Blackadder 2 so much. Like, I enjoyed it way more and found it way more funnier than the first series. So yeah, definitely great choice. Ben Elton coming in, swapping the roles of Blackadder and Baldrick. That was just clever. Baldrick is an absolute tit in this series, and yeah, I love it. It took place during the Queen Elizabeth I era, and yeah, I absolutely enjoy this series, and I think just almost close to being a perfect series in my opinion, if it wasn't for one other series which I think is absolute perfection. So yeah, obviously my number one, I think you've guessed it, and it is Blackadder Goes Forth. The series I've definitely watched the most. Baldrick is absolutely dumb to the max. Tim McInerney plays Captain Darling this time around instead of Percy because he was worried about being typecast. This series was broadcast in 1989. Absolutely fantastic. The intro is fantastic with the marching band and all that. Very cool. Hugh Laurie comes back as George. You got Blackadder, who's as sarcastic and witty as ever, and then Melcher. Yeah, quite softy in the second series, but this time around, he's a mix of aggressive, sort of like the Duke of Wellington, and then comedic at the same time. That laugh. So yeah, I love Blackadder Goes Forth. I mean, Bob comes back. Brigadier Bernard Smith, who's British but speaks German. Nurse Mary, Lord Flashheart. You have so many great characters. You have the firing squad, which the leader of the crew is played by Stephen Frost. And yeah, such a great cast as well. My favourite episodes are on this series as well. Also, my favourite episode of Blackadder 2, I think it's either Money or Beer, one of the two. Miriam Margolyes as Lady Whiteside, come on. And she swears on daytime TV, so yeah, bit of hair, so you got to let her off. But instead, we're not talking about Blackadder 2 now, we're talking about Blackadder Goes Forth. So yeah, fantastic show. It's the only series to take place during the 20th century. World War One, of course. Absolutely fantastic. The final episode, literally, I don't mean to spoil anything, but the end, all the endings of Blackadder never happy. At least one character dies, However, this time around, these soldiers are literally going over the top, and then they all get shot and unfortunately die. And yeah, and then you get that last scene with the poppies and all that, and that field full of poppies, and yeah, and the music's just so depressing. It's just a heart crushing way to end off a series that's a mix of dramatic and funny. I love that. I love that juxtaposition. So yeah, Blackadder Goes Forth is definitely my favourite Blackadder series. I love it. Definitely made me laugh the most. Baldrick is absolutely ridiculous in this series. Jeffrey Palmer is how do I say his name? Douglas Haig, or Dougie, yeah. Field Marshal Douglas Haig, yeah, absolutely fantastic. And when he tells Blackadder to do the plan that he already did, with sticking the pencils up his nose and the pants on his head and pretend to go insane. And yeah, I think the following phrase rhymes with clucking bell. That took me years to work that out. I first watched Blackadder nearly 3 years ago. Actually 3 years ago now, actually. And yeah, it was a journey. And yeah, I think Ben Elton's a fantastic writer. Of course, he also wrote The Young Ones and Filthy Rich and Cat Flap, which I think Filthy Rich and Cat Flap's an underrated show. And yeah, so yeah, let me know what you think of Blackadder and how you'd rank the seasons. So yeah, and once again, buy this DVD box set if you're already a fan and don't own it already. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with it? I really want to know. So yeah, thanks once again, everyone, and I shall see you all next time. Yeah, take it easy and peace.